How are you today? That's wonderful. So we are doing a little bit of nail art for you today. Did you have anything in mind? Well, let me take you through some of the supplies that I have, and that might give you a little bit more of an idea of what you would like today. Okay, so let's start with the selection of polishes I have in store for you. I have all the purples, some more purples and browns, copper colours, beautiful peaches and oranges. These are miscellaneous colours. You have the silvers and the golds with metallics, a couple of yellows, blacks, pearl, white and so on. This one is a pearly white with some very fine glitter pieces in there. And here we have some pretty blues, quite a selection of different shades of green, pinks, which are quite popular, as are the browns or the earthy toned colours. Got a couple of spare wheels here, and all the cherry reds and some more coppers and browns. So I'll put this aside next to you and you can decide on a colour if that's what you're going to go with today. Next I'll take you through some nail tips if you prefer to have some fancy tips. We have some plain white with some pretty pink flowers and diamantes. These are just plain tips that you can use. I can paint nail art designs on, or we can paint your nails with the polish and I can paint a design on that if you like, if you just want to use your natural nails. We have some cute Hello Kitty rainbow design on a green base. Some pretty glittery separate designs in oranges, yellows, black and white. Red tips with the gold Greek design on there. These are black with very blingy green glittery effect on the top. We have some red tips again with the black zebra design. Yeah, they're quite effective, and the good thing with these is if you want to have long nails, instant long nails, and I can cut them down to any size you like. Some more glittery designs with stripes on a black base. A beautiful green marbled effect with some very fine glitter finish on the top, and it's on a black base again. And lastly, this would be suitable for Halloween. Unless of course you like bats and you want to wear them year long. On a white base nail tip, finished off with beautiful fine gold and green glitter and lots of little bats all over the design. So that's the tips for you that we have in at the moment. Now I can do very basic design. I have some acrylic paints. This is my palette. This is one that I did for Easter. I just used this picture and I freehand the design on your nail tips and paint them in. And I can finish that off with Diamantes. These are the nail brushes that I can use, just an assortment. Very fine, tipped and long brushes for fine designs. There's fan brushes here, all sorts. So we can make them quite intricate or quite simple. And here I have a collection of dotting tools. I do have a pink one missing, but it will be around here somewhere, I'm sure. And as you can see, all different sizes, from the bold right up to the fine tips, and even finer down here on the other end. They're double-sided, so the idea is you can load the dotting tools with a bit of acrylic paint or nail polish and you can make all sorts of designs. For example, a pretty daisy design, a flower. If you didn't like that, we have some nail foils. Now we don't have a lot of colours in at the moment because last month it was very popular and we used a lot of our supplies up. But we have a lavender, metallic, they're all metallic, pretty hot pink, pastel watercolour effect with different pastel colours, pinks, greens, golds, blues, purples, and lastly you have a blue, pretty blue. I also have a selection of beautiful, beautiful glitter, very fine glitter that I can place around designs, or I could place it over the whole nail bed, just depending on what you want. And I have a few individual colours here as well, purple, pink. These are not quite as fine. And here's a very bold glitter in a beautiful green and gold. We have a burnt orange, another red. As you can see, the one in this case is quite fine. Another green. And lastly, a black based glitter sprinkled with different colours, greens, golds and blues. I'll just open this one up so you can have a look. See the colour a bit clearer. So that's all the glitter we have. Yeah, these two colours are beautiful for Christmas, I think. The gold silvers, the green and the red. So that's all the glitter. And lastly, we have all these different shapes that we can put on top of some nail polish. Hearts and stars, sequin or circles that look like mini sequins actually. These are open hearts and there's a closed heart in pink. So we can use those. And I also have a selection of gold and silver studs that we can finish a design off with. Different diamantes that you just stick on. There's hearts and stars and circles. These are just an assortment of round diamantes. Some crystal diamantes. And here's some more stars, silver stars. I have an assortment of decals. These are little reindeer actually for Christmas. We have some flower and fans. Assortment of gold shapes, designs. There's a moon, a shoe, a palm tree, flower, a lip. Assortment of different flowers and hearts and stars and all sorts of shapes. Flowers again, tulips, black cats for Halloween, silver and gold, more diamantes, little hearts and flowers. Just stick these in water, let them soak just for a few seconds, and then they slide off the backing paper sheet, whatever you want to call it, and then you just place that on some polished nails. I have some variety of different stripping tapes. These are more for acrylic nails. These little snowmen and ice looks quite effective. Some more Diamantes. And this is a little drill for acrylic nails. So the idea is if you have very long nails, you can drill a little hole at the end with this cute little thing. It screws out and you punch a hole in there, and then you can place all these different little charms on the end. This isn't the O-ring that goes with this, actually this is way too big, but and it looks quite effective just on one nail. And here's some steel tips that you can put on top of acrylics just for an accent nail, but you won't be needing that. So, have you any idea what you'd like? Okay, so I'll leave this one out then, shall I? Sure. And some glitter. Yep. And what base polish would you like? What colour? Black? Okay. And what about the glitter? What colour would you like? Burnt orange? Yes. And the gold. Great, so I'll put these aside. Now I'm just going to get you to place your hands up here for me if you could. And I'm going to remove your old nail polish. But before I do that, I'm going to sanitize your hands. So just open your palms up for me. Yeah, it dries straight away. Okay, let's get this nail polish off. That's very windy, isn't it? Lucky for me, you have a very pale colour on. Yeah, they normally come off very easily. Get out the hand. Thumb first. Yeah. If you have trouble taking some nail polish off, just get a little of the remover on a pad and you can just sit it there for about 30 seconds. And it does tend to soften it, making it come off much easier. Great. So, just going to. Are you happy with the shape of your nails? Okay, I'll just give them a very, very light filing. Yeah, you can tell that you look after your nails. Okay, other hand. Yeah, I'm trying to grow my own nails out myself. But because I do a lot of gardening at home, it's quite difficult. You've got to be so fussy with your nails. Okay, so let's put on this Revive Calcium Hardener, seeing as you're growing yours out too. Oh, you got some at home as well. Yeah, it's a really good product. Okay, so just doesn't smell too bad either for a nail product. Okay, other hand please. Thank you. Let's do your thumb first. I nearly said thumb first. It's a bit of a tongue twister. Little pinky. Here we go. Great. So that dries almost instantly, so I don't have to wait before we put our black polish on. So with this one, and because we're going to put glitter over it, we only need one coat. This is a very, very dense black, as you can see. You can check it on the wheel here. This one here. So I think with some mixed orange and gold on the tips, it's going to look beautiful. And finish it off with a few diamantes. Okay. Do your thumb first. And your index finger. Your middle finger. Getting all these little flakes from the lid. And your ring finger. And lastly, your baby finger. I always call it baby finger. Oh dear. I'm going to have to clean the top of that, I think. So start with your thumb again on the other hand. And your index finger. lastly, your baby finger. So now while that's still wet, I'm going to place a little bit of the gold and orange glitter on the paper. Move some of this stuff out of the way. And it's pretty gold. Look at that. Look at the sparkle. Very pretty. Just move that around a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. There we go. And while I'm applying the glitter, you can pick what colour diamantes you want. So I'll leave that there with you. Okay, so let's just grab your thumb and dab, 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 dab. Dab just on the tips. Very effective with the black. And I'll alternate between the colours. And I'm going to bring it up towards me. And it almost looks like fire. How's that? Is that high up enough? Great. So mix the two again. I'll grab your index finger. Dab, 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 dab. I'll just bring it up towards you. I mean, did I say towards me before? Oh, I'm such a norm. Okay, let's have your middle finger next. Tap, 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 tap. Bring it towards you. Your little ring finger. Tap, 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 tap. what you think. Okay. Yeah, I think any further up and you won't see much of the black and it won't be very effective, so let's start with your thumb on the other hand. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. And bring it up. Flick, flick, flick. And your index finger. Tap, 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 tap. Flick, flick, flick. And your middle finger. Tap, 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 tap. Flick, flick, flick. And your ring finger. Thank you. Tap, 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 tap. And flick it up. Flick, flick, flick. And last but not least, your baby finger. Tap, 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 tap. Flick, 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 flick. Wonderful. If you'd like to just check those for me, make sure you're happy while I've got everything out. Great. Yeah, I don't think it really needs any more. It's easy to spoil it and put too much on, get carried away. Right. So now I'm going to put a coat of top coat on. And have you decided what diamantes you like, what colour? The orange and gold? Yep, that's fine. So you want them just randomly set everywhere? Good. So I just take a few of these and get the gold so that it's all ready. Yeah, that's how I pick them up. I just dampen the tip because they're very small to work with. Okay. Right, so let's put this top coat on. I'll do one hand at a time, otherwise it'll dry and then the diamantes won't stick. Okay, so your thumb. Index finger. Yeah, this dries in no time. Middle finger. Next. And your little finger. Okay, so pick one up. You can see that. Just place an assortment of orange cuticle. How's that? I'm glad you like it. Next finger. Okay, other finger. Oh, I've got about 3 at the same time then. The other way around this time. Little finger to thumb. Okay, so that's that hand. Let's do your last hand. Start off with your little finger. Your ring finger. It's about halfway used already. Your thumb. Okay. Starting with your little finger. Your ring finger. It's very relaxing, isn't it, having your nails done? I could just fall asleep. I wish someone could do my nails. Yeah, sometimes one of the other girls will do my nails, but we're usually quite busy, so it's a little bit hard. Okay, your index finger. So that's enough on those. Yep, good. Oops, I dropped one. Okay, I can put that one on your thumb. Great. Yes. Yeah, that's a good thing with nail art supplies. Most of the stuff a little goes a long way. Okay. So they're all sitting on your nails fine. Okay. So let's put one last top coat on. It's a quick dry top coat. And you're good to go. Going anywhere special? Oh, that'd be nice. I know there are so many nail designs to choose from now. It's crazy. Be nice to be able to change the design every day. Okay, last hand. Do your thumb. Your index finger. Middle finger. And the last two. Wonderful. Would you like to take a look at them? Okay. I'm really happy you like them. So you're welcome to go and sit on the couch for about 10 minutes? Yeah. And you've already paid, haven't you? Okay. because you're a regular customer, you get half price for any service, so you're welcome. And don't forget, if you'd like to make another booking in a couple of weeks, you're welcome to do that on the way out too.